Morgen, good morning, everyone. Baruch Hashem, Sunday, Pashas Kesiso. We're starting our new series of Shiurim on Chinuch, Mitzvahs Chinuch. First of all, I would like to make a shtickle Hagdome introduction to the Shiur of Chinuch. Number one, it's Chinuch is it's very broad sigya. It's a very broad concept, which is was in Shulchan Aruch and the Gemara were never designated a masechta or a simon Shulchan Aruch where we can find clear structure, clear haluchas, how to actually utilize and be mechanech our kids. It's very spread out, and Shulchan Aruch haluchas here, there, Orach Chaim, Yordeich, Veshimish, V'Tavnezer. It's being spread out all across the Shas, Rishonim, Acharonim. There's no specific one location where we can find clear halachas in how we have to educate and b'machanech our kids. Therefore, due to this fact, it becomes very challenging to be machanech and actually invest in the b'machanech our kids, because there's no location where we can find the halachas in a clear structure. Again, the way how we do it, how we do it, what we do it, how we approach it, how we approach the challenge of behaviors of our kids, and so forth. Be'ezras Hashem, the tachlis, the aim of our shiurim, our workshop, Be'ezras Hashem will bring from all the sources, Be'ezras Hashem, from all the Shas, Shulchan Aruch, Babli, Rishalmi, Rishonim and Acharonim, everything in one place, so we'll get a little more clear and how to approach and how to conduct proper chinuch should be more effectively, and we should get more positive results in our education, in the chinuch for our kids. That's number one. Number two, I would like to make also very clear this concept. That's while we're going to be learning about the chinuch, we should not some people will hear certain sources, certain messages, which will make them feel bad that they're till today they did not do it right. It can awake within people certain feelings of failure, that they failed till today and they missed the boat. They can return back the crucial time of chinuch. However, everyone should know that Ayid never missed the boat. We never miss the boat in life. There's Hashem is always here, and once we try to correct our ways, Hashem can always find a way how to reverse and how to recreate and restore the chinuch and bring it back. Even though sometimes our kids is age 13, 14, 17 even, and we're gonna be discussing about the chinuch, and one of the parents will just put in certain panic attack that I didn't do right till today, so I damaged my kids for life. The answer for it, absolutely not. Even though we will hear the shiur and we will hear certain concepts which we did not apply this concept at the younger stage of our kids. However, the Hashem presence is always here, and once Ayid submits and commits to the concept to follow the rules and regulations of proper Torah chinuch, Hashem will always give the Siyata D'Shmaya, the message which, let's call it, were missed at the younger years, when the kids were growing up, will enter in their mind at this point, at this stage, and they will just get better. We always need Siyata D'Shmaya. There is knowledge. Once Ayid will commit to the knowledge, will commit Torah the concepts, Torah the mahalach, Hashem will always find a way how and where to enter this knowledge into the mind of our kids, so they'll get better from today and on. So no one should ever feel that missed the boat or they missed the opportunities, and they will never be able to get their kids. They never will be able to put their kids on the right track in life, because the kids did not hear it, and the kids did not receive that proper Torah education from the parent. It will certainly, sometimes people feel guilty about it, but it's not so. It's guilty conscience does not apply to Ayid. Abish is always here, and once we hear the knowledge, we start to apply the knowledge, and Abish will bring back and install this knowledge in our mind of our kids at that time, when we accept the Torah, the knowledge. So don't feel bad that till today we did not do it right. I am on personal note. When I started to learn Hilchos and I faced certain material, certain concept, which it triggered me, it shaped me. I did not do it right till today's day, but still I did not lose myself, Baruch Hashem, and I accepted it, and I saw tremendous results, and I came then to a realization that we'll never miss the boat in life. Never miss the boat in life. We can utilize the perceptions and the concept we're going to be discussing Be'ezus Hashem in our Shi'urim, and we apply it, and we see tremendous change, because a Yiddish Nefesh has balabus, has Eibishter, we're not a hefker. And Eibishter is called Yuchel. Eibishter can recreate and restore and put in a right track kids at any time. There's never missed a boat. There's never missed opportunity. So today, Be'ezus Hashem will discuss the importance of Chinuch. It's very important to know that Hashem created, the whole world was created for a human being. A ganze Welt was beschaffen für ein Mensch, for a human being. Yet we see an amazing fact, which Maharal brings it up, right? Amazing fact. Maharal in Shara Voide, in Netzach Yisroel, points out more the gewaltige nekuda. The whole world was created for human being, yet we see that the most undeveloped creation is human being. Meaning to say, we look at the animals, the day an animal was born, literally like after 2-3 days, animal can walk, can eat. It becomes certain, it becomes certain independent in life. It eats, it walks, it does on its own. Versus we see by human being, till a human being becomes independent takes years. It can't. When a baby was born, it can't walk, it can't talk, it can't eat. It takes years till the human being develops to become independent creation. So the Maharal says that the etzem, that's what a person born being undeveloped, it's not a chesurin, it's not a failure in human being. Fakir, it's the malad, because the behemoth, when it was born, it ended its potential. It was born just to be around the world, just to fulfill the world with animals. Human being, it's way beyond animals. Therefore, the human being is born undeveloped, so with own powers, with own structure, with own encouragement, it will achieve potentials that this whole life to grow and grow and grow till the human being becomes advanced. However, the message with Maharal says, as a human, we have to understand when human being is born, it's born undeveloped. The Eve, there is possibly in Eve, pera udam yivulait. When a person is born, he's pera odam, taich. Pera odam is wild. A person is wild. Why? Because it's undeveloped. Any undeveloped, the fact of being undeveloped causes for a person to be wild. Wild perceptionally and self-understood physically. When a person is born, it's called Yetzer Hara. It's born with Yetzer Hara. Yetzer Hara causes for a person to be wild, mentally and physically and emotionally as well. So in the avoid of Chinuch is to take that Pera Odom, to take that wild person, wild child, which is born wild with Yetzer Hara, and develop and make it balance that udam, that baby, that human being, balance in a very fine balance, so they're able to grow and bring, utilize him and come to his potentials. But one of the things what the parents have to accept, we have to accept, a pera odom yivalid. When a person, no one's born perfect. Fakir, opposite. A person is born undeveloped and wild. Yetzer Hara makes a person wild. We have to just be machanach and guide and maneuver this Yetzer Hara and balance it to go in the right direction, to put in the right track. But that's the first way, something we have to accept. We can't fight the fact. A person is born undeveloped, pera udom, wild. And that's the work what the it's being put upon the parents to guide and put on the right track to balance the kids, so they get, to reduce the Tera Odom part, that wild part from the kids, and put them on the right and more of a pleasant track. The most crucial years, self-understood, again, don't get scared of this statement, crucial years. However, it's crucial years. It's the younger years when a child is young. Then it's the crucial time, crucial years, when a child understands, he can still install proper perceptions and proper behaviors in the child. And Shilu HaKudosh, Masechet Shvius, states gives a gewaldige statement. It defines the stage very, 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 very strong. Kol ma shekoine benafshe bi'aldisoi nishar kam b'teva kayim kol yumov. The Shilu says a gewaldige nekud. Anything with the parents, or parents inside the doors, at home or outside the doors, anything which you being installed in the mind of the child stays forever. Anything that the child is koine, he buys, he gets, he receives at the younger years, at the crucial years of his life, that's how he's going to behave his life. That's how he's conduct his life. That means if a child was installed at the younger years, let's say with certain or nothing or negative perceptions, that's how he's going to be going negatively to life. If it was installed in the years of childhood, positive perceptions, positive behaviors, that's how he's going to be behaving all his years. Therefore, the younger years, the years of childhood, is very crucial and very precious and very delicate years. That it's the work to now he is like, I would say, he's ready, he is capable, he has that ability to adopt very proper way of fakir chas v'shalom other way. But again, Hashem is kol yuchal, is never will never miss the boat. Even at the time when parents feel like they pass that childhood stage and we have teenagers at home, but still, once we accept upon ourselves to provide the child with proper education, Torah education, this Kabbalah itself will bring certain or in the nefesh from the child, so he will be able to change even in the stage where he is now. So therefore, the main focus with the parents have to have on when they have in the younger years and childhood years, it's to educate and to invest in their kids, to focus on their kids and invest in them, and to encourage them to adopt, to accept Torah de Gemidas, Midas Yeshudas, Torah de Gemidas, Midas Toivas, because the Midas we install in the kids in the younger years, that's what stays with them, and that's what they're carrying with them all the year. This Midas and the knowledge that the kids get at the younger years, that's what's carrying them out throughout all their life. The investment in Chinuch it's not something optional. We think that it's optional. Some maybe think it's optional, but it's not optional. It's a choiv. It's something which it's one of the responsibilities which is on the parents to do, to provide kids with chinuch, to be mechanech them. Be'ez Hashem will speak Be'ez Hashem after tomorrow what the chinuch exactly means, but I'll just give you a certain introduction about the chinuch. It's not an optional fact, but it's a chiyuv. It's a must on parent responsibilities of parents to provide the kids with proper chinuch. Even though the parents are busy with their parnus, they're busy with the work, and they're busy jobs, they're busy schedules. Fathers are busy with their jobs, and mothers are busy with different stuff. Yes, even with important stuff. Still, even the Talmidei Chachamim, they're busy with their learning, and everybody busy have certain very tight and busy schedules. Still, there is a choiv of every single parent and every single one, doesn't matter who he is, or balabus or ben Torah, there is a choiv designate certain amount of hours or minutes to invest in their child's chinuch. Chofetz Chofetz Chaim writes in the Sefer Choymas Das, Namar Beis, a gewaltige statement. The Lush of Chofetz Chaim is, Kishem Shemitzu al kol udam dikvoi itim l'Torah. We all know that every balabus and everyone has to be quiet in the Torah, has to make designate hours for learning Torah. And everybody knows that there is a chiyuv lishmar zman krish v'tfila b'tzibur. We have to also krish v'dam tfila b'tzibur. V'la'asu kol l'kaim kol ha'mitzvos. We are als Eden. We all mekabel mitzvos. We all know we have to do mitzvos. Kach mitzvah v'choy v'oid yoyser al kol udam lahakdish eis mi itoisov. There's a choy for every single person to designate an hour from his hours. Ulefakeach ulashgiach b'chinuch bunov. He has to invest in the chinuch of his kids. A gewaltige statement of Chofetz Chaim. Chofetz Chaim says that there is a chiyuv of everyone to be kavet in the Torah. There's a chiyuv of everyone to say Krishma, wake up in the morning to Krishma, say Krishma bezmanoi, daven betzibur. There's a chiyuv to put tefillin on. There's a chiyuv to do mitzvahs. The same chiyuv, like there is a chiyuv to do all the mitzvahs and terach mitzvahs, the same responsibility is being put on the parent to be mashkia, to invest time and education and chinuch of his kids. Chofetz Chaim writes, it's a gewaltige Lushan. The Chofetz Chaim says, points out with the very strong words. He puts in very strong words. V'od yoyser. Chofetz Chaim says there's far more important than to daven betzibur. The far more important than to say krishma bezmanoi. It's far more important to be kavet in the Torah, to invest time in your kids, to invest time to be mechanech your kids. V'od yoyser. It's far more important than anything else. Agam Torah, Mishnah says in Masech Bespeya, Talmud Torah Keneged Kulam, the most precious mitzvah is in Klal Yisrael is Talmud Torah. Chofetz Chaim, however, says it's far more important than Talmud Torah to invest the time, to invest hours or minutes in the chinuch of your kids. Oid yoyser, far more important. Very strong Lushan. In Kinderes Atzavuas from Rav Tifilitzki, was a very big man, and Eretz Yisrael, a very great man, Größter Chacham was. He writes a letter to someone. Someone tells him that he has very busy schedule. He's busy with the work. He conducts big company. He has a lot of employees and a lot of headaches and a lot of distractions and a lot of things going on in his life. And he does not have time for his kids. Not only for his kids, he doesn't have time for anything. He's very busy with his schedules. He's very turid and parnusa. Although he gives a lot of tzedukah to Bnei Torah, he has a lot of chesed and tzedukah, but he does not have time for his kids. So that's how the Rav Tifilitzki responds him as follows: you have to empty out your mind and your heart from all your thoughts. You have to put your full consciousness on this main operation. You have to empty out your mind and you have to empty out your heart from all the thoughts, even important thoughts. And you have to create a place in your heart, in your mind. You have to create a place in your consciousness, in your heart, in your mind and consciousness, a place, bigger place than all other your important things. You have a very strong, powerful solution. He defines what's the avoid of a parent is. When you approach the chinuch, yes, all of us have very tight schedules. Rabbunim have tight schedules, Balabatim have tight schedules, Bnei Torah have tight schedules, fathers have tight schedules, mothers have tight schedules, and really with important stuff, really with very important things. Still, however, Rav Tifilitzki and Chofetz Chaim also says that I have to empty out. It comes to a certain time, with this time, hours or minutes, Rabbi said, You have to, in that time, you have to empty out. You have to shut your phone down, shut everything, empty out your mind, empty out your heart from all the thoughts which is not related to the chinuch. You have to bring all your consciousness and and find the aitzes, all anything, like all kind of techniques, how to educate your kids, how to be mechanic them, so they be able to create for them certain way, a derech yeshura, right way, where they can, this way will bring them to chayo olam abu and chayo olam hazeh also. So also writes Achiezer, Nagdume, in his Chivas Forum, Chaim Oizer, again, a going oilam Reb Chaim Oizer, from the God Lador, Reb Chaim Oizer, he writes in the Chayla Gimel, in Chivas Achiezer, Al kain ho avoida gdoilo, the man tchias v'chizuk ateiruni. It's an important work to be mechazek chizuk ateiruni shetitve smukem beroishoy ulias the kida merkaz ba'videsanyam of olaini. He says that the chinuch he approaches a chinuch as a central avoidance, central operation in your day. It has to take this one of the centers, main focus in your day. It has to be your kids. How can you help them? How can you encourage them? What way you can create for them so to be able to reach out the most potentials in life? What's the best way for them? A person has to designate a certain time in his day where he will think and he will ask for help to help his kids to achieve the most potentials in life in this world and Versteitzach and the Chayo Olam Haba. So here we got Chavetz Chaim, we got Tefilinsky, we got Achiezer, and there's a lot of more other G'doi Ador, Rishonim and Acharoinim and Kadmoinim, where they're just screaming out that message. All of them just screaming one message: Chanoich Lanar, Chanoich Lanar. They all screaming out, invest your time in the childhood years, so you don't have to cry when they're adult. When people who are investing in their kids, we're so much busy with the parnus. It's important. Parnus is important. Everything is important. But if we don't invest the proper timing, so now we are happy with our kids because they're small, they're fine, they're okay, they're cute, they're adorable kids, very geschmack. But however, if we don't invest the proper time in our kids, it potentially can hurt us in the future when that kids converts to be not anymore that same cute child, but becomes certainly violent and certain behavior that does not bring us any pleasant feelings. Again, everybody says it's not something you should get scared of. It's put you to encourage in how important the chinuch is. I get every day, not once a day, not twice a day, but 3-4 times a day, of people who are struggling with their teenagers, boys or girls. Obviously, people who they regret that they did not invest certain time in the younger years in their kids, did not invest those in the crucial years to put them in the right track, in the proper track, and derech yeshora in their lives. But again, boys, it's never too late. We never miss the goal. We always can correct, we can always, with Hashem helps and proper education, we take the material, we can always put the kids back. We never lost them. We always have I wish to always have the kids. I wish can help us to put the kids on track. But however, we need to invest time in it. And that's what the Chavetz Chaim and the Sfurim what I just mentioned screaming out. We have to invest time in our kids. It's not any less important. Fakir, way beyond important, far more than some important to invest time to provide your kids with proper chinuch their need. Again, remember, boys, a child when child is born, Eve says, "Pera udom." A person is born, he is wild. We have to undo that wild perceptions and replace that wild perception with more of Teure-dige, Imidis-dige perceptions. So there's an interessante psak when the Chavetz Chaim, when we hear this Chavetz Chaim, it sounds strong. But the words of Chavetz Chaim becomes even stronger when we hear the Psak of Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach writes in Sefer Halicha Shlomo Chelekalev Daf Reish Tzaddik Gimel Orchas Halacha number 151. Right? It's not the Psak. Someone came over to Rav Shlomo Zalman and asked him if he can make a brucha burich shabatranim oinshe shel zeh. That's the brucha when a father makes it when a child gets bar mitzvah burich shabatranim oinshe shel zeh. That means that when the child till bar mitzvah, all the averos of the child did was going on father's cheshbon. They'll be eaten. We'll talk about it. But now he becomes a man on his own. And he is responsible. The child is responsible in his own life. So all the cheshbonos, anything what he does, good deeds or opposite, it goes on the child's cheshbon. It's not with the father anymore. So burish shabatrani monch zel's begepatert eibishter for the oindish from my child. So someone asked Rav Shlomo Zalman about this brucha from burish shabatrani monch zel's. But Rav Shlomo Zalman responded him with very significant message. A very strong, powerful message. Rav Shlomo told him, yes, but for you, I don't know. That person got shocked a little bit. What do you mean? Rav Shlomo gave what do you mean for me now? Rav Shlomo says that we can make only when you feel that you invested time in your child. When you invested time in the education and Chינוך of your child, then you can make a bruch of burich shabatraim monch shel zeh. When you feel you did not invest any time, proper time to encourage your child, to educate your child, to introduce your child to a Torah Gederach Yeshura, how can you make burich shabatraim shel zeh? He's not man on his own. He never got the education how to be a proper person in his life. He never received that education. So for you, Rav Shlomo Zalman, I don't know if you can make this bruch burich shabatraim monch shel zeh because you did not invest the time in your child to educate and to put on the right track in life. So how does he know what good deeds are so you're able to do them? He doesn't know. He still stayed the same pera udom, stayed the wild child from his childhood. He never adopted any good perceptions, any good ways of lifestyles. So you're able to live a better life. Zut Rav Shlomo, ein ruhe levurach. Es nicht gepasst zu machen, der Beruche. Das scheich zu machen, Beruche. Shabatrani monch shel zeh, shara boifon hazeh, gamase yaben begadlusoi, she'ene kishuro, izki filochoi v'sav, kivish lachinche kirur. I have to dig the kuda was Rav Shlomo Zalman tiny. Rav Shlomo says that someone did not invest the time, a proper time, a pleasant time, to encourage, educate, introduce, install good perceptions, good machshuvas and thoughts, how is important to be a good person, how it's gewaldig to be ish yusher in the life, and never introduced the child to this concept at all, and did not actively was oisik in the education and educate him and mechana his child. How can he make the bruch burich shabatraim monch shel zeh? The Rav Shlomo Zalman's psak is well understood after we hear the shilu I mentioned before. Kol ma shekoine benafshoy be'aldisoy nishar kam b'teva kayim kol yumov. Anything that everything with the parents or street is installing in the child mind, that's what it's going to be. So if we're educating, we're introducing the kids to a proper, with giving them proper education in a form of, in a sense of how is important to be a good person, what kind of benefits you're getting of being a righteous person. How the Torah is gewaldig is, avada, you have to present it the right way, you have to educate the right way, you have to invest time on it. That's what we give to our kids and in their younger years. That's what stays with them all their life. That's what carries them out all ganze Leben, all their life. That's how they're going to behave. How many people are behaving the way they behave still from childhood. Something can find people at age 65 that they behave like child from 5 years old. What happened here? Because that's the power never introduced to more of effective, more positive, a different way, never understood, never educated what the life is about. Therefore, they're just behaving a lot according to the 5-year-old child behaviors. Therefore, Rabbi says it's very important. Again, it's never too late. Never too late. Whenever we're going to be speaking about our shiurim, it's never too late. It applies to a child from 2 years old, 5 years old, and 20 years old, doesn't matter. There's Abish is always here with us. The Abish will never let down us. If Ayit wants to become good, and we all, Lamais is want to educate our kids. Why? Because we want them to be good Jews. We want them to be loyal to Hashem, and with proper work. So don't feel bad that we did not utilize our time properly with our kids when they were young. We should have, we could have. Don't feel guilty about it. There's always chance to turn it back and return our kids and put the kids on the right track with Hashem's help. So Be'ezus Hashem, that's the tachlis of our workshop with our shiurim, what we're starting right now. And Be'ezus Hashem, B'koyach Hashem, Natzav Natzliach, Kol Tiv V'Toiv, Agit Mituch Hatzluch Rab.